Good morning, student. Today our 10th standard biology topic is root pressure. Okay, as minerals iron from the soil are actively transported through the xylem tissue of the root. Okay, the minerals and ions from the soil are actively transported through the xylem through the root. Water moves along and increase the pressure inside the water. How to water move? Increase the pressure inside the xylem. Okay, this pressure is called root pressure, and it is responsible for pushing water upward to some extent. Okay, uptake of how the minerals are uptake either through the plant. Okay, but the plants depend on mineral from the soil from its nutritional requirement. Nutritional requirement the plant depend on the soil. Okay, all minerals cannot be passively absorbed by the root. Okay, two factors account for this. Okay, some of the factors are involved in the absorbed by the minerals by plant. Okay, first one is minerals are present in the soil as charged particle, that is iron, that cannot move across cell membrane, and the concentration of minerals in the soil is usually lower than the concentration of mineral in the root. Okay, that is the reason the lower concentration to higher concentration move easily. Okay, therefore the most minerals enter the root by the active absorption by the cytoplasm of epithelium. This needs energy in the form of hydro. Already know the energy in the form of ATP. Okay, then in the transport of all the parts of the transpiration pull. Okay, then translocation by mineral ions. Minerals are remobilized from the older dying leaves to younger leaves. Okay, this phenomena can be seen in the deciduous plant. Okay, elements like phosphorus, sulfurous. Deciduous plant means in the forest, then dry place. The plant present in the dry place, at the time the older leaves are modified, it is die, and the younger leaves are formed. Then some of the elements like phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen and potassium are easily mobilized, while the element like calcium are not mobilized. Small amount of material exchange takes place between the xylem and phloem. Okay, then the phloem transport. Okay, the food synthesized by the leaves are transported by the phloem either of the area of recommended or stored. Okay, the recommended area are transport by the phloem through the plant. Okay, then phloem tissue composed of sieve tips which give sieve plates. Okay, cytoplasm stand pass through the pores in the sieve plates. Then phloem transport food sucrose, that is sucrose from a source to sink, the source of the part of the plant that synthesized food. The leaf and sink is part of the needs or store of the food, but a source of the sink may be reversed depending on the season or plant need. Okay, the depending on the season, or since the sourcing relationship in the variable, the direction of movement in the phloem can be upward, downward, bidirectional. In contrast, the movement is always unidirectional in xylem or upward. Okay, since the sourcing relationship variable direction movement in the phloem upward, downward, the bicardinal, the movement is universal in the upward. Okay, that is xylem. Thank you, student. Today homework is root pressure. Thank you, students.